All right, chat, here we go. I just mentioned it, but I shall say it again. This is Spider versus Fahad. This is 3 ranked replays. Spider has been grinding the past couple days. I've seen him on a lot of Rocket League, but he always is. But he's been moving his way up from around rank 70 up to more like rank 50, and he's been as high as rank 20 before. Fahad is rank 14 globally right now. I'm sure that puts him around somewhere in the 7 range if you consider him to be part of the EU region, which I feel like people kind of do. But this will be a really tough matchup for Spider. We've seen Spider go up a lot of top players. I think we have a couple YouTube videos of him going up against Scrubkilla and Dead Monster and apparently Jack and now Fahad. Spider has been our entry into the EU scene, specifically his replays, because he plays these games at times where we couldn't have him on stream. I actually had people asking me on Reddit recently. You know, I have people ask me all the time, hey Feer, how come you never do EU? I think EU could help out a lot. I think a lot of people like to watch EU players. If you did EU, you might get more viewers. Well, if you don't already know, I'll say it again. I live on US West. I live on the US West Coast on US West time, which just is awful, awful, awful for EU. You know, if I'm working my 9-to-5 job and I get home, it's just terrible times for EU. So basically, the weekdays are out of the question. Now, I could, in theory, be trying to plan like a midday something on the weekend to get more games with the EU guys, and I think that might have to happen in the future. That might be where we expand to eventually. But right now, that's the reason why I don't get too many of these games. But luckily for us, we can watch the replays as Spider is so good at uploading them. He is not good, though, at beating Fahad. He's down 3-0. A nice air dribble bump here from Fahad to go up 3-0. Nice ceiling reset from Spider. Good enough to maybe prevent the counterattack. Looking like just barely. Fahad pulling off the ball to grab boost. Knew that it was a lost cause on the shot. Try and starve Spider out the best he can. What is 9 and 3, 1, 3 plus 1? Are you talking about the 2-mans? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Young Cap versus Fast next. I think we've already done Young Cap versus Fast, as far as I'm aware. I think Young Cap won. That's what I remember. How old is Spider? I think Spider is like 17 to 19, which is basically just the age range of the people who aren't youngsters. You know, I know the guys who are youngsters, and then I know the guys who aren't youngsters. And it doesn't get much older than 19. So I'm not gonna shoot over 19. If I was forced to guess, I would guess 17. Yep. Apparently I'm right. 17 years old. Fahad, absolutely no idea how old he is. He's rocking the golden octane, or not quite golden. Long shot from Fahad. Fahad up 4-1. Been able to handle Spider so far. Fahad in the control of the kickoff. We haven't seen him go too much in the air yet this game, but by all means he might have that capability. Didn't look like he's much of an aerial attacker though, just based on that one attempt. Really lost the ball somewhat early and had to use that flip just to force it down, and it's a desperate play to keep the ball alive. And it's going to be a very, very easy counterattack. You can kind of tell just by a single attempt the kind of mechanics that certain players are used to, and it seems clear that Fahad does not feel as comfortable as a lot of other players do up in the air in that situation. For all I know, he might have a lot more to come here in terms of aerial attacks, but right now he's been dominating Spider on the ground, and when you can dominate on the ground, you basically don't even need to go into the air. The ground is the harder method to score in, I would argue. Harder to get quality shots that actually make it past defenders, especially at this high level. But right now, Fahad having no trouble getting it past Spider in a variety of Spider's defensive situations. So no need to take to the airs just yet. A minute 30 left to go and up 3. Why not just keep going with what he's got? Spider on the ground the other way. His flick to the back wall. I'm not sure if Fahad even really needed to get up for that one, but jumping to clear it a little bit extra. Fahad killing time. It is going to get him scored on. I mean, I think these people are trying to make a point. They don't want to have to challenge and maybe get the ball tapped over them, so they try and flex a little bit about their lead by flipping upside down, but that is usually the way it's going to go. He's going to earn it right back with a kickoff, so he will not shed too many tears from it. Kenner TC and MK Ultra RL, thank you for the follows, guys. From what you watch of him, he does a lot more ground game than anything else. Yeah, I mean, I've been watching him for exactly 4 minutes of Rocket League in-game time, and I would tell you that he seems like a ground player, which is nice, man. A lot of the top guys, especially guys who are as high as Fahad is on the leaderboards, you know, have to have a lot more aerial game, it seems, to stick with the best. But Fahad seems to have proven that he can clean it up with the ground game and does not need anything else. That's going to be a forfeit out of Spider. A nice backflip challenge, or a backwards challenge to just steal that dribble from Spider. He had enough. He did not want to go down 8-3 with 46 seconds left to go. Game number 2. 2 out of 3 between Spider and Fahad. This time, Fahad in the blue and Spider in the orange. What about Chronic? I would say Chronic is definitely not an example of a guy who plays on the ground. Chronic is like almost exactly the opposite. A guy who somehow manages to win only through the air. Lion Blaze is more of a reactive defensive player. What's going on, Zero? Spider starting off this game with a lead. The only lead we've seen him have tonight. But we're only 1 game in. Not a bad kickoff situation. Smag equals sugar mine above ground. What the heck? This is the sugar mine above ground. No, like, is he going to be in the gauntlet? Listen, I'm not revealing anybody who's in the gauntlet. By the time people watch this on YouTube, they probably will already know everybody who's in the gauntlet. So the YouTube crowd is just laughing at you guys in Twitch chat right now, saying, ha, can't believe you guys don't know who's in the gauntlet. But it will be revealed in the next 5 days via Twitter. So follow me on Twitter, !Twitter, if you want to find out right away who's in the gauntlet. But right now, we have a good matchup. Fahad, nice air dribble. Not a bad aerial play. Certainly not of the caliber that we are referencing, though, when we suggest that Fahad is a ground player. But doing a good job of dribbling this one up past Spider, and a nice kickoff play to go up 2-1. Spider's lead will be very, very short-lived as Fahad once again back in the driver's seat. Fast, can you beat Kinsey? Chat, don't you guys know that nobody can beat Kinsey? If you're here in Feer's stream, there's only one player that has ever been known to beat Kinsey. Right now, Fahad is just dominating on the ground. That was a great low 50 from him. Spider, not a lot of boost. Hard to recover when you lose the low 50 with nothing in the tank. And he has to just sit and watch as Fahad executes that flick so perfectly. I mean, it is still a lot of credit to Fahad. I mean, everything he's doing on the ground ends up looking so simple, but, you know, making sure you get the power on these touches to keep defenders from recovering in time against, you know, players that are the best recoverers in the game is very, very impressive. SMP, thank you for the follow. I don't know if you want me to say all the S's, all the M's, and all the P's, but I'll stick with just one. Spider not able to find an angle out of his own or out of Fahad's back corner, and Fahad, man, is just exposing Spider on the back line. He is getting a read on the way Spider wants to play defense and taking these flicks that otherwise shouldn't be scoring, but, you know, are coming at the perfect time. Exactly the counter to the way Spider defending at this moment. And Spider getting a little bit tilted, it seems. He's pre-jumping, you know, 180s to try and entice Fahad into taking his dribble earlier than maybe would have wanted. And he hasn't been connecting in the air like we maybe seen him do as of late. A lot of aerial attempts from Spider that haven't gone his way. So neither one of these guys really dominating the skies. Spider's certainly trying much more frequently than Fahad, but to just as much success. Fahad trying to throw a barrage of shots on net right now. Spider with that pre-jump demo avoidance. You see a lot of players in their back line doing those jumps that might seem random if you haven't watched 1,000 of these games, but such a frequent tactic to demo that player on the back line. He's definitely trying to dodge that one, but not the best of clears. I mean, I'd like to go back and watch maybe exactly what happened there, but it seemed like Spider playing a little bit panicky, trying to clear it back. Instead, just hands the ball over for a very easy takeaway. Bro, there is 3 players that would consistently give Kinsey a run for his money. Nice shot. Good bounce dribble from Spider for a second. He's got 1:36 left. Yeah, I don't think there's like anybody in the game who can beat Kinsey when he wants to. The key is he has to want to. Spider, great flick. All of a sudden it's turning around for him a little bit here. A couple good kickoffs. Grabbed that early possession. And he has been punishing Fahad on retreating back to his net. Fahad able to turn it around. Seemingly momentarily until his death came for him. Spider, air dribble bump. The first we've seen. He's going to try and drop it low. Wow, what a redirection here. There's actually a 5-head play. Spider jumping into the air dribble, seeing Fahad go up for the ceiling save, which means he's going to save high. Spider goes to drop it back down to squeeze it under him. Fahad makes the readjustment, knows that Spider's going to do something like that, and so Spider pops it back up, catches it back on top of his car, and pops it back to that high top shelf. Actually, insane shot from Spider. It's going to get countered pretty quickly off of a kickoff possession, but truly great play. One of the more impressive plays this series between these guys from Spider. But he's down 2 still as he's fighting down the net here. Cannot finish off this last touch, and going for it will cost him a counterattack the other way. Gotta hurt 7-4 with 42 seconds left to go. On EU servers, Feer would dominate him. So yeah, I mean, are you saying Kinsey has to play EU and Feer gets to play his own servers? Or are you saying on fair ping, on equal ping, on a world where they could somehow play equal ping, that Feer would dominate him? If they both in Europe with good ping, gotcha. Hey man, we'll see. We'll see. Oh my goodness, that was just brutal. The bounce dribble, Fahad is faking a hook shot, which would have sent the ball to the top left corner, and Spider was just trying to pre-jump it, and Fahad could just let it roll in. So tough game, another tough game for Spider. He's gonna forfeit this one as well. Fahad proving to outplay Spider. Game number 3, chat. We've got the 3rd game of Spider and Fahad, and I think Fahad has decided to play this one in the Fennec. Another early kickoff. Both these guys, or I think every single one of these games has had an early kickoff right away. Somebody taking the lead. Last time it was Spider, he was not able to hold on to it. Fahad took it back. Fahad gonna start immediately back up 1-0. Joriez is a 1v1 beast too. I absolutely agree. I wish we could do more 1v1 lands. I hope that one day, you know, something like the Smug gets its due on a land environment. I think it'd be really fun. I think the Smug did really well, right? Smug did really well in terms of viewership. So hopefully, you know, Psyonix like that and want to do it again. Seemed like a really good idea. And hopefully it can help expand the 1v1 scene, and we can see a lot of cool tournaments. So I'm pretty excited about it. One day we'll get our chance to see First Killer versus, you know, everybody else on LAN. Who knows how good these players are on LAN? That's one thing we never get to know. The only player who's played 1v1s on LAN and won is Scrubkilla, right? As far as I'm aware, the 12 Titans LAN, or the 12 Titans was a LAN, and Scrubkilla won it. So, Scrubkilla, the best LAN 1v1 player? I don't know if it's even possible to argue against that. The only player to have won a 1v1 tournament on LAN. Although, to be fair, the 12 Titans might not have been played on the LAN client. It might have just been people playing next to each other on the internet. But, you know, in the same vicinity. Spider, after going down 4-0, gonna get his first goal. A nice power shot from the corner. Joriez, greater than oKhalid, greater than Appjack, greater than... Wait, what? Oh, you're saying it's like a circle. Got it. Or a triangle. I was like, wait, what? You realize you said Joriez first, right? No one is better than oKhalid. Yeah, I think a lot of people really, really like oKhalid. There are people talking on the video of Daniel being rank 1, saying like, he's not better than oKhalid. Like, okay, well, first off, Did I say it was better than oKhalid? But whatever. That's something else. Choyas is better than oKhalid. He beats him every time. Yeah, I think there's definitely countering playstyles. I would say almost even more than 2s and 3s. Spider is getting absolutely annihilated right now, though, by delayed shots from Fahad. He's doing such a good job on the ground of mixing up challenges, taking strong shots when he needs to, and then as soon as Spider thinks he's onto him and is making the right adjustment on the back wall, Fahad just slows it down and scores with a fake. So Spider needs to find a way to get a read on this guy. Fahad in the air, and he says, hey, STFU, Feer. I know I like to play it on the ground, but I can absolutely do it in the air. A great air dribble double. Able to keep Spider away from the ball. Spider, he's had enough of the air game too. Instead of taking that easy roll up the side wall, he's gonna wave dash it back down on the ground, and not the best of dribbles. This has got to be a frustrating situation for Spider. I'm sure Spider has been in a place where he could take Fahad down. What a nice jump from Spider. I think Spider's getting a little bit desperate in terms of the way he's playing defense against Fahad. He's doing these kind of almost tilty pre-jumps where he does a 360 or something. But at the end of the day, I think that actually might be a good way to shift up the way things are going for you, especially if you've been losing consistently to somebody. It can really throw a wrench in an otherwise straightforward game plan of the opposition. They see you doing something weird, they try and mix up their game and punish you for it, and next thing you know, they're not playing the game they're used to playing. And I mean, I think Spider kind of proved it right there. He was able to just barely get that save, and eventually the counterattack to get a third. So not the end of the world that he's throwing in some random 360, otherwise poor save attempts. The shot from Fahad off the backboard, and Spider knew it, so he's sitting here holding on to every last bit of boost he has. What a boomer of a flick. But man, Fahad is not letting Spider get control. Finally, he's going to make it out. No way, Spider has to score this. Yeah, he does. But Fahad doing a really good job of maintaining possession. Spider doing his best to hold on to every last bit of boost, and was finally able to take it away. Fahad, good power shot. All he's trying to do is get Spider out of position, and he did exactly that. He knew that first shot wasn't going to score. Doesn't need it to. He's trying to keep Spider occupied, not picking up pads, jumping up to make saves, getting slightly out of position, all so that he can set up his next shot, and it's just too easy.
30 baby.
30 baby with the Prime. 30 months of Twitch Prime, Limper. Thank you so much. Give Limper the O babies in the chat. Much, much appreciated. Spider, good takeaway in the corner. He has definitely looked more equal in this last game against the Spider. Or sorry, against the Fahad. It is the Spider who has looked better. Fahad, great hook shot, man. This is just absolutely a clinic for ground game. Chat, if you are interested in learning how to win ones, you should be watching this game right now and how Fahad is playing. He is not going out of his way to hit insane clips. He is doing it in ways that you should be able to do it yourself. Just be smart, set up these hook shots. Of course, you're not going to be able to do it as good as he can, and you're not going to be able to make the decision-making ability that he has. But a lot of these plays, just very, very smart, and not necessarily the hardest, mechanical shot to take. Just be smart. Exactly right, King Taiga. Spider in the air, way too strong of a touch on his first touch. Knew he couldn't follow it. As soon as the ball is already at the top shelf, already on an arc to hit the top of the net, that means you can't take the ball any higher. So you basically have to just let it fall, and if you do that, it's going to be very easy to save. So not a bad idea for Spider to pull off the ball. He is going to get himself within one here with 20 seconds left to go. He has done a good job of taking the ball away in his own back corner. For whatever reason, Fahad has been really greedy in maintaining the pressure, even when this ball gets cleared all the way to Spider's back corner boost. And it's really hurt him for the past few possessions in this game, but he's got possession right now from doing the same exact thing, diving into the corner. He will not clear it in front of the net like Spider was hoping for. But Spider, no, that touch. That'll be the end. Only had 22 boost. Needed to get something better out of that situation, but didn't. And Fahad will slam it to the ground. So Fahad going to take 3 out of 3 games between him and Spider earlier today. Who knows if they played more games that were not shown on ball chasing. But Fahad wins him. Spider not playing too bad. He's been playing really well lately, but Fahad just too good.